And we're back here live. Oh, nope, it's a recording. And we're here with the Maiden Shade Open. We're going to do the back 10. We have Hugh, Riley Brenner, and I'm commentating Hugh Faundeen with Jared Johnson here. And we have Danny on the card as well.
Starting off on hole 12, it's Mando, or maybe it's 12, I believe. There's a Mando on the right side there. It's a hyzer shot coming around 240. The wind is just howling out there. We're getting out into the open where we can actually start feeling what's actually blowing out there.
And you can hear it there too. And Jared's got the tee box and right down the middle. So first round, Jared, we had a little controversy with the Mando. It wasn't stated in the players meeting, but Jared got a really nasty kick and it went around it the wrong side. Danny up there nicely. And so we had to call Trevor actually and find out what the ruling was, and he said, "Yep, it's a Mando since it's on the course."
And I knew that because I play the course a lot. I knew it was a Mando, and I knew it was a Hugh right there putting one up underneath the basket.
But if it wasn't stated, you're not sure.
It was very questionable.
And
I throw a provisional even? And it was just, I'm glad we chose to get a hold of Trevor and find out what was up. Riley there thinking, I think that was going to drop with that tailwind.
It looked like it got a wind bounce on a putt, which is, crazy out there. Jared with his clutch, that's just solid. You can tell that he played the wind just perfectly because it kind of came down real nice right in the middle there.
It's about 28 feet.
Yeah, it looks a little closer. We're much further in live than in the video here. Riley blew by a little bit there, but we'll be able to clean this up. Yeah, so I don't know if you watched the first round, we were talking about these baskets or the first half of this round. We were talking about these baskets and how they're pretty decent, but you can tell the basket and chain configuration is just a little bit off compared to what you're used to. So you kind of have to hit them pretty solid with these putts, especially if it's windy. So with these, if you look at my putt here, I'm kind of aiming for that lower left-hand side so it kind of hyzer in there. If you hit it off the pole, you can come back out or go through. There's some big gaps in there, but they're heavy enough chains.
Danny there just cleaning up his tap in.
Park job. The slow motion.
Scary wind.
Couple of twos, couple of threes.
Hugh and I still tied at the top.
At this point, yeah, and I thought at this point, that I was losing to Jared because he was playing so well. But I didn't know we were even tied here. At hole 14, we got 220 feet, just a tunnel shot. And again, this is the first time I played this tournament in, a long time, maybe 10 years. And I remember having nightmares of this hole because of the right side, there's this hill. And you kind of remember that.
And actually, there's a state trail just beyond. And if you do somehow get through those trees, that state trail and beyond is technically out of bounds.
And that was a great shot by Jared there. It looked like it was a mid-range.
Yeah, I threw my ghost there. Kind of crosswind here. Danny, I think, is throwing with that red.
And normally all of us would be throwing putters, but with the wind, you kind of have to club up. Danny with that M3.
M3 is what it was.
And that's nice.
Lace one down there.
So first round I threw this PA3 and I put it under the basket, so I thought I could do it again. The wind just pushed it straight down there.
Riley here, I think he threw was he throwing his AVR?
It looks like that, yeah. And he got it up, and I bet you he threw that exactly the way he wanted. I thought the wind was going to push it to the basket. I just kind of had to lay up. I kind of wanted to make it, but I didn't really have a look. Riley.
Ooh, I think he had to punch it through a hole actually over there because that tree, there's pretty thick over there on that corner here. He's coming back for his 3 into a headwind.
And he's really picked up his putting this year. He's putting really well this year. I've seen him bang a lot of big putts in tournaments. And you always like it when you're last to putt, right, Jared?
Yeah.
Everyone putts out for their par while Jared's sitting there waiting for his 2 here.
Patiently waiting.
Jared with that clutch all day.
Oh, I was scary on that putt. I hit the pole. I thought it was coming back out.
Little headwind too. Do some cleanup here. So now we're kind of through the first part of the course. I'd say this is called the open part of the course for Jared, and then we're coming into?
Yes, most definitely. Like Hugh said there at the beginning, it's in the section of the woods where you couldn't really feel it, and then you get out to these open holes, the back part of the course, and the wind is definitely there. Danny and myself taking twos there. That puts me up on Hugh by 1.
But he's, again, look at his round 9 down. He's killing it, so he's got a good round going.
Here we are, hole 15, 530 feet. We got tall grass on the left. There is a river on the other side of that tree line, and with the wind ripping the way it was coming left to right, it's definitely possible to get over to that river. Here we're just trying to shoot it up the middle and keep it in the short grass. Get up and down for birdie 3 if you can.
Jared's on the tee box. What is that?
I threw my outlaw there. It's pretty beefy for myself.
And that is just perfect.
The wind caught it and it rode pretty good.
Yeah, that is a great shot. That's probably, to get in the short grass even.
Danny was trying to play that wind too, and I think he just had it just a little bit lower than he wanted to.
And that's that stable X1 that he has, and it turned over in the wind. That's how bad it's blowing there. And this is one of my most stable destroyers that I have. And I kind of fluffed it a little bit. Wanted to miss left, so I had upshot at it. But, anywhere left is good. Anywhere in the right, you don't want to be over there, right?
No, it's trouble right.
And there's a river.
Yes. Riley, he laced one down the middle. Beautiful shot.
And that's a Boss, I think, some max weight Boss. And, yeah, he's got a great look at it. A nice, easy birdie. And from where I was, I thought this was under the basket, but the wind just pushed it straight down. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's okay. Danny with PA4, I think. He throws out a nice standstill up shot. And this is a putt, which is into a headwind. And wow, that's so close. Nice bit.
I had to throw it because I was afraid that the wind was going to take it if I tried jumping it. And it was just, it was ripping. I just wanted to be close to the basket. Riley here trying to get up and down.
And he's got that AVR, and it just kind of turns over on him, the wind. And there's that basket again. Danny for his birdie. You can tell that it's windy because Danny doesn't take too much time, but
it was worth the time there. Well. He smashes it in there in that headwind.
And I don't know, I think we talked about this during the round. I'm not sure. You said that you've gotten this when it's calm. But,
right, it is definitely gettable, but it's a pump. It's over 500 feet.
Definitely favors that bomb sidearm or like a big lefty bomb hyzer.
If the grass is cut right and low enough and you catch it on the right time, you can put down some nice rollers on this hole as well.
Oh, roller, that makes sense, yeah. Riley, nice putt there. So everyone's coming around, getting some birdies, and I have to clean up for my par. Jared is nice tap in. Making sure that's in there. It's in there. Nice putt.
Thank you. Hugh here tapping in for his par 4.
And I'm like 8 feet, and I'm nervous, so that's how windy it is.
Good jab.
Boom. So everyone got 3 except for me, but Jared still on a roll, having a great round, 10 down, total 20 down. This is kind of hole 16, 510 feet. It's a par 4. It's kind of a picture perfect replica of the hole we just played.
Right.
Wouldn't you think? It's just a big turnover.
Right, but there is a big tree off to your left off the tee pad. It kind of prevents you from, or getting out that wide flex shot that you would like to get. You got to kind of play it tighter down the middle. And therefore, if you do catch the wind, it'll pull you into the wood line.
Jared's got that good.
Through that green outlaw, just trying to get out there.
And that must be a stable disc because it went straight left on a headwind.
Yeah.
Danny looks like he turned it over in that wind a little bit. He's trying to get it up there, trying to make something happen. Riley, I think that's a destroyer or a boss. I didn't even see you guys how they got kicked there. And I got a boss there. It's like a 172. And I don't know what happened. I thought it was going to turn over in that wind, but it just went straight forever, and we lost it. That's how it went in there. So that almost went in the pond. I don't know how it got over there, but anyway. Riley coming out there. It looks like a pretty good shot.
He must have got a good kick down to keep himself out of the woods there.
Oh,
and the wind just grabbed it and pulled it.
Look at that.
It looked like a really good shot on that bend. And Danny was trying to get it right up to the basket, and I think he punched through that corner of woods.
And this is a jail here. There's nothing. I think I hit like 4 wrenches with my arm, and it just flopped out of there. I thought about going back to the tee, but it wouldn't be worth it. So Firebird upshot, just trying to get it close. And the raging wind. Jared just putting it close for a nice easy birdie, and it's a perfect shot. That's that.
Yeah, I think I was 150 feet out, and I had to throw my enemy. I like double disced up.
Oh,
Danny.
Nub. And Riley with probably like a 28-footer right inside the circle there. Oh, top nub too. Jeez, both good putts though. And that is a right side miss. I thought the wind was going to push it. It was coming from my right to left about 15 miles an hour. I thought it was going to push it over. It just didn't. And Jared is going to take some strokes on the card there. Oh, he's got a little tap in yet. Good putt.
And at this time in the round, like, I didn't really know. I had no idea, like, score-wise, and I knew it was close. But I did all I could to just keep trucking along and not let the wind, get a hold. Myself taking the birdie there, getting a couple on Hugh. Danny and Riley taking their pars. Moving on to hole 17, par 4, 570 feet. This is into the straight headwind here. Pretty open. You just want to get as far down in the fairway as you can and try to keep it in the middle. Is the best bet.
On a calm day, can you get this hole then?
I personally can't throw 570 feet,
Maybe,
but there's definitely guys who can, no doubt about it. I threw my green outlaw again. Like I said, the wind is ripping, and any other day across the road is no biggie, and just flipped me right over. Super stable disc.
And
Danny
with a crush. He's got that pop.
Just riding.
And that was in the air for a long time. And it's probably 380.
And I would say that he probably would have drove the basket if that was into a 20-mile-an-hour headwind.
Riley got a really bad gust right away, so it kind of flopped him over.
Hugh here putting a nice one down.
That's a little frustration from the last hole and a short putt miss, so gonna throw that boss out there.
In my upshot, I'm throwing my stable outlaw. I was probably at 250 out, I would say.
Oh, great shot. Yeah, nice grass catches it too. Good shot. So you kind of like have you don't have a fast green. So if you put it out, a good shot on it, it'll stick. Like that one there just sticks in the grass. So the course was playing fair, even though it was pretty windy.
Looks like Hugh's throwing that gator again.
A champ gator. He just want to throw something stable, get it close.
He has a very nice shot there and puts it close to the basket.
And I talked to Danny after the round. He's like, "Get in." He thought that was in. It just dropped in there. But obviously a tap and birdie is always good, but an eagle too. And that's a solid putt in the wind by Riley. Jared's just cruising along. He's got a nice easy birdie putt. A little bit of right to left, so it does have some danger in it. With these baskets, you have to make sure to hit it solid. Great putt right in that lower third heart of it. Got Richie in the background there.
And this course here is called Camp Maiden Rock. It is a campground and a disc golf course as well. So if you are in the area and choose to camp out, it is a wonderful place to get out and get some exercise. They do have other activities going on there, miniature golf and swimming pool, and it's a fun place to be.
We bet Riley if he can make a half court shot on one of the baskets, and he airballed by about 20 feet. He's been playing though. He says he goes to the gym all the time and plays ball, so he's got to get that fitness on.
Here we had another woo hole on that par 4. We all took our threes on that one.
It's a hole 18. It's 220 feet. Kind of a tweener shot. We have a tailwind right around this tree, so you can't see the basket. You can go either way, forehand, backhand, righty. But you kind of have to be kind of touchy with it here. And that one I thought out of your hand looked really good, but it just clipped that last branch.
Yeah, and with it clipping that branch, I was still thinking I was going to be inside the circle, and it was not. Danny here hanging it out wider and giving a good run up there and putting it right up there next to the basket.
That is a nice shot. That must be a drone, and the wind is just doing all kinds of stuff with that thing, and it still is parked, so he knew what he was doing. So I watched these guys, and I thought that I'd just, put it close, and out of my hand it felt okay, but it just got killed by the wind. I thought I'd still be pretty close, but, it's right on the edge. And Jared's about, 35, 40 feet?
Yeah, it was about 40 down in that hole.
Oh, nice putt. And he just jams it, gets the replay. Look at this with that clutch.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I put it like a basket height above the basket on that putt. The wind was ripping tailwind.
And he's just in it. He's just in it. You can't. He's in the zone, so it can be tough to catch him here. We only have a few holes left, but never out of it.
Hugh giving a good bid on it, getting some funky roll off the top of the basket.
This is into a headwind.
He jams it in there.
I'll take it. So everyone's coming around here with a couple twos, and I'll take the lone 3. Riley's going to clean this up. It's pretty straightforward for him. Still have to take a little bit of time, though, because of the wind. And if you can see in the background, I know you were talking about the campground and everything they have for the park here, but they also have a driving range that has a bunch of distances. You can kind of see it there.
Yep.
Where they've got baskets at, 100, 200, 300 feet, which is kind of cool, so you can kind of warm up and aim at some targets, and they're color-coded. Nice birdie by Danny. Oh, we got to see that again. Look at this thing. Boom.
Yeah, I putted that one in with, I was pretty confident on that one. With that tailwind, I just wanted to get it in there. So we got 3 2s on that hole, and he with taking a par. I'm sitting at 23 under overall. Hole 19 here, par 3, 330 feet. It's up to what we call the anthill hole. It sits on a little mound of grass. So if you are anywhere around off that mound, it's kind of a weird putt. You're putting uphill. Here I'm throwing my rival with the tailwind.
And that's a nice nice angle on that one. Oh, puts it nice and close. And Jared makes it look like it's not windy. I mean, if it was a calm day, this would be a pretty straightforward hole for most of the pros. But for today, you kind of have to really think about and see what you want to do. Skip it up there like Danny did there, or go straight at it. We got Riley. He's going to throw. I mean, you could throw anywhere from putter to high-speed driver, but everyone's throwing stable drivers here. And Riley puts a great move on that one. Puts it right on the hill. Anthill, huh?
Yeah.
So I'm throwing a Firebird, one of my most stable Firebirds, trying to get it just to bite. And it kind of pushed a little bit, but it's in the circle. And that was where Danny was first round, and I laid up because it was howling. You know, it's kind of at the end of the round. I've got a right to left crosswind on a hill, and that was
a great putt there, Hugh.
And I was thinking about that the whole time, trying to make sure I hit that pretty solid. Jared with his tap in. Nice, too. He got a good streak going here. And Danny barely missed that, but he went by like 10 feet, so he still has a comebacker. Not bad, but you know, he hit pretty low. If you went to run that, you'd be outside the circle almost. Riley tapping in a deuce. All right, where are we at here? Oh, we're gonna show Riley with that bomb. Yeah, so we got a bunch of 2s and 1 3. I think somebody aced that hole too today, didn't they? Or that during the round?
Yeah, I think so.
It's a nice ace.
Way to steal that CTP flag.
Hole 20, it's 225 feet with the OB pond, nothing long. Right around this tree. If you base this tree on the right, you're pretty much in the circle. You can go a couple ways at it. Jared's going to show you the forehand line with that enemy. A little local knowledge there for you. And parked. Nice shot. This is a more traditional route, and he's throwing a drone hyzer.
And it was a funky wind. Like, you thought it was just going to pull you if you just threw it out there and squashed it. Here Hugh was trying to go forehandy and must have got some funky air bounce wind, or I'm not sure if he let go early or...
A little bit of both. Dan's going to throw that forehand that we see him throw all the time. I'm just kidding, he never throws it. But he parks it right there. Nice shot. I think that's like an A1 or an A3 or something. It's a pretty windy putt here. Oh, just can't, got to get it up. Riley got a straight headwind putt. Ooh. He was putting really well. I expected him to make that one.
As you can kind of see, that basket actually sits like on a hill, so if you do blow by it, it's kind of a funky putt coming back with that pond behind there. It's probably got you thinking a little bit. There he cleaned up his 3. You can see those flags. That wind just was non-stop.
Very consistent, but at the same time, it was gusting. Consistently high. Danny putting deuce in. He's got to jam it in there because he's going into a wind. And then Jared last to putt again because he's a CTP. Great job. Nice deuce. And keeps the streak alive.
I think that actually, like, was put me, like, not paying attention at all, but after the fact realized I had gotten like 15 in a row.
It was quite a few.
Which was, had no idea.
It's hard to beat those guys from the south on their own courses.
That's dirty south. Myself and Danny taking 2s there.
Now the rest of the card here, we got to worry about the second card because, you know, if there's a 15 out there, there's definitely some 10s and 12s. So, and they were pretty close to us. The pack was pretty tight. Hole 21, par 3, 210 feet. Fast green, even though the grass is pretty sticky, and kind of a weird hurting wind into you from the right. Jared went forehand first round, so he changed his mind. He said, I'm going to go backhand. I can do it any way I want. And he parks it.
Danny putting it inside the circle there. Riley playing that drone out wide. I believe it was his drone with that wind.
That was close.
Giving it a good look on it. Hugh and his yellow gator.
That was a little sawed off, but I thought it was going to hold up.
It just stops where it hits. I swear that grass is sticky grass.
Pretty Velcro. Probably about 35 feet here.
Smash. Great putt from outside the circle there. Into a headwind.
Nice putt by Danny. He gets the replay. They even make funny sounds in the slow-mo.
Very nice putt, Danny.
You can see all that stuff in the background that Jared was talking about. And here's Riley from about 22, 23 feet. Great putt. So that was the 21st hole. Since we started on 3, we still have 1 and 2 to play. I forgot. Oh, you got to tap out your birdie. CTP again. Well done. Keeps the streak alive.
Smash, Hugh. Good putt there. That was a big putt. Got a woo hole there.
So at this point, Danny and we got a couple holes left, and they're both kind of ace runnies. So we made a deal that we're gonna try to ace run these holes because we know that Jared's gonna cruise to the victory, but we want to do something exciting on film. Got hole 1. It's 180 feet. Pretty straightforward par 3. You just have to go over a little bush on the right. What disc was that?
That was my PA3. That is like actually the only disc that I bagged that is not legacy. As of now, it's just a disc that I can't get away from.
Got a good grip, a good flight. Riley with his touch, KC Pros. That's probably like a 8, 9 time. He's had that forever. I have that PA3. And I was trying to run it. Maybe held on to it a little bit too long, or I just wanted to jump putt. That's what I wanted.
Ooh, giving a good run there. Had to have been 50 feet, huh?
It was a little further for a 180-foot hole, yeah. Oh my gosh, he's human. And, you know, it would have been pretty close to one of the best rounds I've ever seen in the wind if it still was, don't get me wrong, but if he would have finished that one there. I got to clean up for a 3. Jared breaks his streak, but still just shredding the course.
Yeah, I was not concentrated, I suppose.
You got a few strokes to give, it's okay, right?
Yeah, I guess.
You never want to miss a putt.
No.
Danny to clean up.
Good 2 there, Danny.
They really got nice out, but the wind was still howling, but I'll take some sun every once in a while. Riley with the KC Pro shot, and he's going to tap in for a deuce. Jared, for the first time in how many holes, is now on top of the tee box?
Yeah.
For one hole. This is our last hole. Nice smooth release. So I told Danny I'm gonna ace run this one too because I had to tie him or beat him, and I wanted, because I thought for sure he was gonna birdie this one, and everyone's gonna birdie this one. So I'm like, I gotta get a 1. It's the last hole. It's 215 feet. The only thing in the way is this birdhouse, which you'd think 215 feet doesn't matter, but it's right where you want to throw. Danny with a PA4 is flippy one. I think he may have been ace running this too, because he kind of threw this a little harder than he wanted.
And that birdhouse just sits in just the right spot. It definitely gets to you because I've seen people in other rounds hit that birdhouse and pop back in that little pond. Riley here throwing a nice turnover shot.
One of his 5 KC Pro AVRs in his bag with the 3 or 4 sidewinders.
I'm throwing my closure.
That's a good shot there. Right inside the circle. And this may be, like, everyone threw backhand here. I threw this forehand because the line was there, and I did it a few times, but I threw it a little harder because I was trying to ace run it. And I just wanted another jump putt, right?
That's what it was. Try to end on a banger here. Oh, just a good look on it. Danny here.
And we were making that hole look a lot harder than it was to finish it up. We had a long day in the wind. I think that was kind of getting to us, and one of those days. Jared, oh gosh, I thought
that putt was in for sure with the headwind that was blowing in my face. Here, Riley had a beautiful drive.
he'll make it happen here. There we go. Somebody got it.
Finishing strong with that 2-2 on the last hole there, Riley. So that wraps up the Maiden Shade Open. We got these guys tapping out. We got a few sponsors we'd like to thank, and people running the tournament. Trevor Bonet, the tournament director. Shane Kruse, he's the guy that gave us the great drone footage coming down. Randy is the owner of Maiden Shade, and we would like to thank him for letting us throw this tournament there. We'd like to thank all the competitors for coming out. Parsave Productions, they did one heck of a job with this one.
Yeah, footage is amazing.
Thank you guys very much.
Well done, Jared, on the win.
And I'd like to thank my card mates that I played with, my sponsor Legacy Disc Golf and Everyday Disc Golf. And I hope you guys enjoy the video.